Okay, dear students, in this class I am discussing question number 15 of your NCERT book, class 12 mathematics, and we are discussing the concept on increasing and decreasing function application of derivative. Okay, so in the question, and it is given that, okay, here the question is that prove that the function f is given by fx is equal to x plus 1 by x is strictly increasing function on the set of integer I. Okay, understand? You have to prove that the function fx given, the function fx is equal to x plus 1 upon x is strictly increasing function on the set of integer I. Okay, understand? Now let us find out the derivative of fx, derivative of the function, and derivative of x is 1 and it is 1 by x square. Understand? It is 1 by x square. Where we know x belongs to set of integer I. Understand or not? Okay. Is it clear? And since we know that x is greater than for any integer for any integer x belongs to the set of integer, okay, and always x square is greater than 0. Yes or no? That implies 1 by x square is greater than 0. Yes or no? Understand? That implies 1 by x square is also greater than 0. Yes or no? Because if you take x value, suppose, okay, whatever value of the integer, for any value of the integer x, 1 minus 1 by x square is always greater than 0. Understand or not? If suppose if you take x is equal to 2, understand, then 1 minus 2 raised square 4 is equal to 4 minus 1, 3 by 4 is greater than 0. Understand? So thus it is clear that 1 minus 1 upon x square is greater than 0 for any integer x. That implies 1 minus 1 upon x square is greater than 0. Very simple. And so derivative of the function is greater than 0 for x belongs to the set of integer I. And this clear that since the slope of the function is greater than 0, so the function is strictly increasing. Thus the function f is strictly increasing yes or no? Strictly increasing and on the set of integer I. Is it clear? Understand? Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Understand? Okay, thank you. Just follow it. So dear students, here I am discussing question number 16, okay, of exercise 6.2 of your standard 12 mathematics based on the concept of increasing and decreasing function. Okay, question number 16 from your NCERT book, and the question number 16 is that prove that the function f is given by fx is equal to log sin x is strictly increasing in the open interval 0 to pi by 2 and strictly decreasing in the open interval pi by 2 to pi. Understand? Prove that the function f is given by fx is equal to log sin x is strictly increasing in the open interval 0 to pi by 2 and strictly decreasing in the interval pi by 2 to pi. Okay, let's see. So what is the function given? Here the function fx given, function is equal to what is given? Log sin x. So in order to study the increasing and decreasing function, we have to find out the slope of the function by finding the derivative. So f dash x is equal to derivative of fx, which is derivative log sin x is 1 upon sin x. Derivative log x, what is the derivative log x? Is equal to 1 upon x. into derivative of sin x is cos x. So is equal to cos x by sin x is equal to cot x. So f dash x is equal to what? Cot x. Very simple. Yes or no? Cot x. Cot x. Okay. Now we know that in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Understand? You see the lies between which quadrant? First quadrant. So in the first quadrant, cot x is greater than 0. Cot x greater than 0. That implies f dash x is greater than 0. Since the slope of the function is greater than 0, so students, you know, hence f is, we can write, hence f is strictly increasing yes or no? Strictly increasing in the open interval 0 to pi upon 2. First point understood. Let us come to the second point. And in the second point, you have to take that the function f is strictly decreasing in the interval pi by 2 pi. Okay. Understand? It means in the interval pi upon pi by 2 pi. It means what? That implies the angle x lies between what? Second quadrant. In second quadrant, cot x what? We know that cot x what? Less than 0. Cot x is less than 0. That implies f dash x is less than 0. Since the slope of the function is less than 0, understand? Hence, the function f is strictly what? Strictly decreasing in the interval pi by 2 and pi. This is the second point. Thus, and we get that, hence we get f is strictly increasing in the interval 0 to pi upon 2. Okay, and f is strictly decreasing understood? Strictly decreasing in the interval what? Pi by 2 and pi. Understand? Very simple. So whenever you are finding the derivative, increasing and decreasing function, students, first of all you have to find out the slope by finding the derivative. Okay, and after that, and you see in the given interval, you have to check whether the function is increasing or decreasing. If the derivative of the function f dash x is greater than 0, okay, in the domain of the function in that interval 0 to pi by 2, then the function is strictly increasing. All of you know. Okay, and if the domain of the function, for any domain of the function, if the derivative of the function f dash x is less than 0, it means the slope of the function is what? Less than 0, then the function, all of you know, is strictly decreasing. Understand? Thus it is clear that in this given particular question, we prove that the function f is strictly increasing in the interval 0 to pi upon 2, and the function f is strictly decreasing in the interval pi by 2 pi. Okay, understand? It clear? Okay, thank you. So dear students, here is a question, question number 17 from your NCERT book, exercise 6.2. okay, based on the concept of increasing and decreasing function. Understand? So in this question, we have to prove that the function f is given by, okay, fx is equal to log modulus of cos x is strictly decreasing in the open interval 0 to pi by 2. It means when the angle lies in the first quadrant, and is strictly decreasing in the interval pi by 2 pi. It means when the angle lies in the second quadrant. Okay, and here is the function given that fx is equal to log modulus of cos x. Understand or not? Okay, is it clear? So you see, in the first quadrant, you know, understand, the cos x, modulus of cos x what? Greater than 0. That implies cos x what? Also greater than 0. Understand or not? Thus we say the modulus of cos x is equal to what? Cos x is greater than 0 in the first quadrant. Right? So the function can be written fx is equal to log cos x, modulus of cos x. We can write log cos x. Understand or not? Now let us find out derivative of the function. In order to find the increasing and decreasing function, so derivative of fx is equal to f dash x log cos x. Derivative of log cos x is 1 upon cos x, and derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and which is equal to minus sin x by cos x is equal to minus tan x. Understand? Okay. Okay. So we got f dash x we got is equal to minus tan x. Understand or not? Okay. Since in the first quadrant, since when x belongs to 0 to pi upon 2, we know, what do you know? The tan x is greater than 0 in the first quadrant, tan x is positive. Understand? So that implies minus tan x is less than 0. It means f dash x is less than 0, since in the interval 0 to pi upon 2 pi by 2 in the first quadrant. Thus we can write f is strictly what? Decreasing function. Hence f is strictly decreasing function. Okay, in the interval 0 to pi upon 2. Understand or not? So thus we got the first point. Okay, and in the second quadrant, this next interval, okay, in the interval pi by 2 pi, let us say in the interval pi by 2 pi. Is it clear? So now in the interval pi by 2 pi, it means the belongs to which quadrant? Second quadrant. In the second quadrant, you know, the modulus of cos x what? Less than 0. That implies modulus of cos x is equal to what? Minus x minus cos x minus cos x minus cos x. Okay, hence function will be what? Fx is equal to log minus cos x. Yes or no? Yes or no? And it will be, now let's see, minus cos x means what? Minus 1 by, you see, logarithm log of minus cos x is minus 1 by cos x. Understand? And derivative of minus cos x is what? Sin x. Okay, and it is also minus tan x. So we are getting that. What do you got here? Here fx is equal to log minus of cos x. Here you have to find out you got the derivative of the function. You have to find out the derivative of the function. This is the fx. The fx we got is fx is equal to log minus of cos x. Okay, understand? Now let us find out the derivative f dash x. Okay, and log of minus cos x is minus 1 by cos x into derivative of minus cos x is what? Sin x. Yes or no? Because the derivative of cos x is minus sin x and derivative of minus cos x is sin x. So f dash x is equal to minus tan x. Understand? Since in the interval pi by 2 and pi, okay, what happened? Tan x is less than 0, negative. In the second interval, the tan x is negative. That implies minus tan x is what? Greater than 0. That implies f dash x is greater than 0. Thus, what we got here? Hence, the f is strictly what? Increasing in the interval pi by 2 pi in the second quadrant. Thus, we got in the first point we got the f is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi upon 2 in the first quadrant, and the function is strictly increasing in the second quadrant pi by 2 pi. Understand or not? Okay. Thank you. So, dear students, here I am discussing question number 18. Okay. Okay, dear students, and here I am discussing question number 18 of exercise 6.2 of your standard 12 mathematics based on the concept of increasing and decreasing function. Okay, understand? Let's see the question first. Here the proof that the function f is given by fx is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 100 is increasing on the set of real number r. Okay, prove that the function f is given by fx is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 100 is increasing on the interval set of real number r on the set of real number r. Okay, understand? Let's see. First of all, see here the function fx given. What is the function given? X cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 100. So before finding the in order to finding the increasing function on the set of real number r, you have to find out the slope by finding the derivative of the function fx, which is f dash x, and that is equal to derivative of x cube is 3x square, and here minus 3x square derivative is minus 6x plus 3. Understand or not? So we got f dash x is equal to 3. Let's common x square minus 2x plus 1. Understand? And if we factorize, it will be x minus 1 whole square. Understand or not? Okay, so f dash x is equal to 3 whole into x minus 1 whole square. Since for any real number for the set r, for the r we already x minus 1 whole square is always greater than 0 because the power is what? Here the power is even. So x minus 1 whole square is always greater than 0. That implies function fx is what? We can say strictly increasing. Understand? Okay, increasing on the set of strictly increasing. Okay, on the set of real number r. Understand? Okay, very simple. Understand? By finding the slope of the function, okay, by finding the derivative, and we find that f dash x is equal to 3 whole into x minus 1 whole square, and for any real number r, since the x minus 1 whole square is always greater than 0, since the power is even, so f dash x is strictly increasing function on the set of real number r. Okay, understood? Just follow. Thank you. Okay, so dear students, here I am discussing question number 19 of exercise 6.2 of your standard 12 mathematics book, NCERT book. Okay, and we are discussing based on the concept of increasing and decreasing function. Here is an MCQ question. In the question number 19, it is an MCQ question, and we have to find out in which interval the function is given. Okay, in which interval the function is increasing. Here the function is given that the intervals in which y is equal to x square e to the power minus x, y is equal to x square e to the power minus x is increasing in interval minus infinity to infinity, in interval minus 2 to 0, to infinity, and option D 0 to 2. Once again, the interval in which y is equal to x square e to the power minus x is increasing in option A minus infinity to infinity, option B minus 2 0, option C 2 infinity, option D 0 2. Understand or not? Okay, now let's see now what is given. Here function is given y is equal to x square e to the power minus x. Understand or not? Okay, here you see, first of all you see the number line, whole number line option is given, the interval is given minus infinity. Look at carefully, minus infinity to infinity given. Understand? This is minus infinity to infinity interval. Now let's see the function y is equal to x square into e to the power minus x. Now let us find out the derivative of the function. Okay, and it will be what? X square derivative of x square is 2x into e to the power minus x plus x square into minus e to the power minus x, derivative of e to the power minus x. So f dash x we are getting here 2 into x into e to the power minus x minus x square into e to the power minus x. Understand? Now f dash x is equal to x into e to the power minus x. Okay, it will be 2 minus x, and if you equate, this is the derivative of fx function, f dash x is equal to x into e to the power minus x, 2 minus x. If you equate f dash x is equal to 0, and you see we are getting x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2. Understand or not? You see here you are getting 0 and here you are getting 2. Once again you see, and here there is another interval minus 2 0. Minus 2 0 means what? This value must be minus 2 0. So you are getting interval I1, I2, I3 and I4. So 4 interval we are getting. So in the interval minus infinity to minus 2. You see? Understand? Yes or no? So in interval minus infinity to what? Minus 2. Okay, suppose I will take a value of x is minus 3, I will take. Yes or no? Minus 3. Then what will happen? You see, f dash x is equal to, and minus 3 means x will be negative, and e to the power x value always positive. Yes or no? Positive value. And here, and if it is minus 3, so this value is minus 3, this will be 2, it will be positive, it will be naturally positive, so value will be negative, which is less than 0. So in the interval, that implies f is what? That implies f dash x is less than 0. That implies f dash x is less than 0. Hence f is what? Decreasing. In the interval minus infinity to minus 2. Understand? Let us come to second interval I2. So again you see in the interval minus 2 to 0. Minus 2 to 0 means you have to take minus 2 to 0 means let us value of x will be minus 1 suppose. Suppose this value minus 1. Minus 2 and 0, let us value 1, minus 1. Let's 1 value. Let us check. Okay. Now you see f dash x. What is f dash x? Here if minus 1, x is equal to minus 1, then x will be what? Negative. Here, and e to the power minus 1 will be positive, e to the power minus x will be positive, and here minus 1, this will be also positive. So resulting value is negative. It means less than 0. That implies f dash x less than 0. Hence f is also decreasing function. Decreasing function in interval minus 2 to 0. So option B. Okay, the function is decreasing. Okay, then you see next interval you see 0 to 2, next interval 0 to 2, look at here, understand. Now in the interval 0 to 2, 0 to 2, it means f dash x, let us check f dash x coming greater than 0, less than 0. So 0 to 2 means we can take the value, x value can be taken suppose 1. Okay, you are taking 1, then you see clearly the x value will be positive and e to the power x also positive. Okay, and 2 minus x means okay is also positive, so the value will be positive, understand. It means f dash x is greater than 0, yes or no? So in the open interval 0 to 2, f dash x is greater than 0. That implies f is increasing, yes or no? Increasing function in the interval 0 to 2, understand or not? Okay, and next interval you see another is 2 to infinitive, last point is 2 to infinitive. Okay, yes or no? So next interval 2 to infinitive. In 2 to interval, in this interval you see, if you are taking x value, you can take x value more than 3, suppose you can take 3 suppose. Okay, let's see now. What is the f dash x? You see f dash x here, f dash x value you see, and your f dash x is equal to x into e to the power minus x whole into 2 minus x. Here x is 3 means this value will be positive, again e to the power minus x will be positive, and 2 minus x will be negative. It means the overall sign will be negative, which is less than 0. Since less than 0, okay, it is clear that, understand, hence f is decreasing in the interval what? In the interval to infinitive, in the interval to infinitive. Thus, okay, in the overall interval minus infinity to infinity, you see the function is increasing, decreasing like that. Okay, so in the interval minus infinity to minus 1, in the interval you see now, in the interval minus infinity to minus 1, the function is what? You see now, the function is strictly decreasing, yes or no? Again you see in the interval minus 1, okay, next second interval is minus 2 to 0, the function is what? The function is strictly decreasing, yes or no? Again in the interval 0 to 2, the function is strictly increasing, understand. And in the interval to infinity, finally we are getting that, okay, in the interval of to infinity, the function is what? Again decreasing. So which is the correct option? Okay, here the function is decreasing, yes or no? Here also function is decreasing, here also function is decreasing, and in the function, okay, so here the function is, so D is the correct option. Hence the answer is what? The correct option is what? D is the correct option. Is it clear? Understand? So this is an MCQ question of your NCERT book, question number 19. Okay, understood? Okay, let's practice similarly the MCQ question, okay, based on the concept of increasing and decreasing function. Thank you.